Welcome to this explainer. We talk a lot in theory about how artificial intelligence and digital skills are totally changing education. But today, we're taking that out of the clouds and grounding it in absolute reality. We are going to dive straight into a fascinating, real-world case study of a student who is literally living through this educational revolution right now, shifting from passive consumption to active creation. We'll be focusing entirely on the first-hand testimonial of Faizan Ali Softwarewala, an amazing student at the Rehan School Islamabad Campus. What makes his perspective so vital for us is that it gives us a clear, boots-on-the-ground look at what actually happens when a curriculum fully embraces modern technology, rather than, trying to resist it. This is a genuinely compelling look at the future of education, and it's happening today. So, let's jump into Section 1. Meet Faizan Ali Softwarewala. Just think about the sheer scope of what this guy is tackling. While a traditional curriculum might have you memorizing historical dates or, dissecting a very unlucky frog, Faizan is being immersed in this massive bombardment of cutting-edge tech skills. We're talking artificial intelligence, coding, web and software development, freelancing, and content creation. He isn't just taking an elective here, he is building a comprehensive digital toolkit. It's not just writing code, it's packaging it, marketing it, and actually communicating it to the world. It's essentially an interconnected ecosystem of modern survival skills. Moving right along to Section 2, Projects over Textbooks. Faizan points out a massive contrast here. He notes that his biggest breakthrough opportunities come from hands-on work, not passive reading. The old way, just studying from textbooks, it's safe, it's theoretical, and frankly, it's often pretty disconnected from reality. But when you build a real project, you hit real friction. Things break, your code absolutely refuses to compile, and you are forced to troubleshoot. Faizan notes that this project-based approach pushes you way beyond just memorizing facts for a test. It builds a much deeper, far more resilient kind of understanding. Section 3. AI Tools in Action. To understand how this works in practice, consider how Faizan uses AI tools, specifically NotebookLM. Instead of just sitting back and consuming information, he uses this AI as an absolute engine for active creation. He is generating his own videos, quizzes, mind maps, and even educational podcasts. Just think about the cognitive leap required to do that. He isn't just asking a chatbot to write an essay so he can zone out. He's using the AI as a collaborative partner to generate complex, multimedia assets. By doing this, he's actually mapping out the architecture of the information himself, basically playing the role of both student and educator at the same time. So why does this matter? Well, this step-by-step technical engagement translates directly into huge personal development. It all starts with simply jumping in and engaging in these AI activities. That hands-on work completely demystifies the technology, which leads to step 2, immense confidence. When you realize you can literally command an AI to build a piece of software, the intimidation factor just drops to 0. And that newfound confidence naturally unlocks step 3, increased creativity and curiosity. Once that fear of failure is gone, your mind just opens up to, okay, what else can I build? Which brings us to Section 4, Redefining Education's Purpose. This is a profound philosophical shift. Faizan realizes that the ultimate goal of learning is no longer just chasing good grades. The old paradigm optimizes for a standardized test score that gets locked away on a piece of paper, right? But the new paradigm is all about creating, experimenting, and actually solving real problems. When your focus shifts entirely to problem solving, a bad mark isn't really a failure anymore. Actually, scratch that. It's not a failure at all. It's simply a failed experiment that gives you the exact data you need to iterate and improve your next project. It completely reframes the entire psychology of going to school. He sums it up perfectly when he says, learning is about creating and building something useful for the future. That statement right there, that is the absolute core takeaway of Faizan's entire testimonial. It stops asking the student, what do you know? And instead asks, what can you do with what you know? It's this incredibly powerful mindset that prepares a young person to actually contribute real value to society the second they step out of the classroom. Looking ahead, we can see that his goals aren't just pie-in-the-sky dreams. They are highly actionable. He wants to continue diving deep into technology and AI to build amazing projects. But crucially, and I love this part, it's not just about his own success. He specifically aims to use his skills to create opportunities for himself and for others. This is the compounding effect of an education built on creation. By equipping students with the tools to build, schools like the Rehan campus cultivate these amazing individuals who generate their own momentum, and then lift their entire communities along the way. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a provocative thought to chew on. Ask yourself, how can you apply Faizan's approach to shift your own learning focus from just getting marks to actually building something useful for the future? Whether you're a student, a professional trying to upskill, or just someone curious about where the world is heading, this mindset is totally universal. Stop simply reading about the tools and start using them to build something real today. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible journey.